how various artists made a difference by developing and creating their arts, be it singing, dancing, or acting. Like how the Women's Day March made a difference by standing up for women's rights. How will I make a difference? See you in 5 years. And in honor of this letter to self, I wrote my own. Dear future me, I'd like to read back on this in a few years and see if we've accomplished any of the goals that we've set for ourselves. Have things gotten better for us day by day? Are we still struggling to exist in this world? I still get nervous around the police cars that I see sometimes in certain areas. It always goes like this. Keep your hood down, walk slowly, and hands out of your pockets so you appear as non-threatening as possible, because the thought of doing the wrong thing and ending up on the news makes my heart race. It's February 22nd, 2022. I'm writing this letter while we're in a pandemic. Since 2020, I've mostly stayed at home, limited my social interactions, and became more frustrated with school than I ever have in my entire life. And now we've got new strains of this virus that has the whole world on edge. It's been pretty rough, and I'm hoping by the time you read this, the world has opened up for real again, and you can rest easier around police that are supposed to protect you. Here's the thing. I'm not very good at writing letters. I can never really express myself the way I truly feel. But it's been a hard couple of years, and things seem to be getting worse day by day, especially now that Ukraine's getting attacked by Russia. But I know that with time comes change. There will always be struggles, but we know that we always have somebody to help us out, and his name is God. I want you to know that you aren't alone. Never have been, never will be. Seems like an affirmation that we should use. But here's to staying positive and seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. Take care of yourself. See you in 5 years. Erin.
Dear future me, I hope you made it. I really hope you've made it. I uncontrollably bathe in uncertainty, the uncertainty of COVID. My people continue to swim in sickness, in unaccountability, in discrimination. My people are sick. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, it's been hard. Though you've been strong. You've been strong in believing. You've been strong in fighting. You've been strong in praying. So I pray, even now. I pray you are in your classroom right now, teaching the youth of tomorrow. I pray that you continue spiritual fellowship and haven't lost sight of God. I pray that your future is fulfilled with a ton of possibilities beyond your wildest dreams. I pray you strive and never give up in anything. Thank you, Simeon.
My name is Olivia, and the poem I will be reading today is called Every Day We Are Learning. Every day we are learning how to live with essence, not ease. How to move with haste, never hate. How to leave the pain that is beyond us behind us. Just like any skill or art, we cannot possess hope without practicing it. It is the most fundamental craft we demand of ourselves. Thank you.
As I lay after giving it my all. Winter storms have come and darkened my sun. After all that I've been through, who on earth can I turn to? I look to you. After all my strength is gone, in you I can be strong. I look to you, I look to you. And when melodies are gone, in you I hear a song. I look to you. About to lose my breath, there's no more fighting left, sinking to rise no more, searching for that open door. And every road that I've taken led to my regret, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Nothing to do but lift my head. I look to you, I look to you, yeah. And when all my strength is gone, in you I can be strong. I look to you. And when melodies are gone, in you I hear a song. I look to you. My levees are broken, the walls are coming down on me. The rain is falling, defeat is coming. I need you to set me free. Take me far away from the battle. I need you to shine on me. I look to you, I look to you. And when all my strength is gone, in you I can't be strong. I look to you. I look to you, yeah. And when melodies are gone, in you I hear a song. I look to you. I look to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Maya Angelou, an American author, poet, and civil rights activist, rose to prominence with the publication of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings in 1969. Angelou, who died in 2014 at the age of 86, was honored with the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2010 by President Barack Obama. The legendary author and poet is the first featured in a series of new quarters issued by the U.S. Mint. This makes the first time a Black woman has appeared on one. So the next time you receive some change from a cashier, be sure to look. Maya Angelou might be right in the palm of your hand. Join me as I recite one of her most famous poems, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream to the current end and dips his wings in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The cage bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on a distant hill, for the cage bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and then trade winds soft through the cyan trees, and the fat worms waiting on a bright dawn lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a cage bird stands on a grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The cage bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but long for still, and he tunes his head on the distant hill, for the cage bird sings of freedom.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. As we celebrate our Black History Month, we cannot forget Black health and wellness. And for me, I would put this as not only Black Lives Matters, but Black health and wellness is essential and in the forefront, really matters. This afternoon, we'll just go through a few stuff regarding our health. It really bothers at times when you try to read the information. As you study, you see all these diseases that Blacks are in the forefront of having these sicknesses. We have to recall COVID-19 pandemic, which has had a major effect on our lives. Many of us are facing challenges that can be stressful, overwhelming, and cause strong emotions in adults and children. Public health actions such as social distances are necessary to reduce the spread of COVID-19, but they can make us feel isolated, lonely, and increase stress and anxiety. Now we have to learn to cope with stress in a healthy way that will make you, the people you care about, and those around us become more resilient. Stress can cause the following: feelings of fear, anger, sadness, worry, numbness, or frustration, change in appetites, energies, desires, and interests, difficulty concentrating and making decisions, difficulty sleeping or nightmares, physical reactions such as headaches, body pain, stomach problems and skin rashes, worsening of chronic health problems, worsening of mental health conditions, increased use of tobacco, alcohol, and other substances. It is natural to feel stress, anxiety, grief, and worry especially during COVID-19 pandemic. But we have healthy ways to cope with stress. We need to take breaks from watching, reading, or listening to news stories, including those on social media. It's good to be informed, but hearing about pandemic constantly can be upsetting. Consider limiting news to just a couple of times a day and disconnecting from phone, TV, and computer screen for a while. Take care of your body. Take deep breaths. Stretch or meditate. Try to eat healthy, well-balanced meal. Exercise regularly. Avoid excess alcohol, tobacco, and substance use. Continue the routine preventative measures, such as you try to get your vaccinations and your health screenings recommended by your healthcare provider. Get vaccinated with COVID-19 vaccine. Make time to unwind. Try to do some other activities you enjoy. Connect with others. Talk with people you trust about your concerns and how you're feeling. Connect with your community or faith-based organization. BCPC #1. While social distancing measures are in place, connect. You can connect online through social media or telephone or mail. Help others cope. Take care of yourself can better equip you to take care of others. During time of social distancing, it is especially important to stay connected with your friends and family. Helping others cope with stress through phone calls, video chats can help you and your loved ones feel less lonely or isolated. If you find yourself in mental health crisis, certainly you have options. You have the call 911 for help, National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and Disaster Distress Helpline. These are all available for you to utilize. Please don't forget, too many things have been happening to our Black folks. We gotta keep our mental health intact. Thank you.
My name is Barbara Lawrence, and this is my testimony. Legends say that hummingbirds float free of time, carrying our hopes for love, joy, and celebration. The hummingbird's delicate grace reminds us that life is rich and precious. Beauty is everywhere. Every personal connection has meaning, and that laughter is life's sweetest creation. I like fairy tales. Prince Charming on his white horse coming to the rescue. My vivid imagination could be from reading all those fairy tales books, Aesop Fables, Nancy Drew, Hardy Boys back in Jamaica. But Black history is no fairy tale. It's about facts, real life stories, struggles of a race that is for so long undervalued. Black history could fade away with our generation, or we could impart knowledge to the next generation. I vote for empowering them. What I'm about to share is that this happens to all of us at some time or another, or you might just be the lucky one. It is called depression. Depression is rampant throughout our young people's lives. We know that something is wrong, but how do you explain it to someone else? The first time I recognized my depression was after sending the children off to school. I laid on the couch from 8 a.m. until I snapped out of my stupor at 4 p.m. when the children arrived home. Children can bring you right back to reality, don't they? The other telltale sign was my friends would call me and I would not answer the phone for days. There was no reason for not answering, but that was me going through my depression. It came to a point where they knew me so well that they would say, she's going through her thing. On February 26, 2019, I will never forget, at my lowest of low, driving to work on East 48th Street and Beverly Road, I asked God to take me because I could not go on anymore. 1 block later, on East 48th and Snyder, a fire truck came barreling into the right side of the car, propelling me into the passenger seat. Thank God that I had on my seatbelt, which snapped me right back into my seat. There was no blaring of horns, no sirens signaling danger, no slowing down at an intersection. I had the green light, but that did not stop the truck. You might have heard people say that when they are faced in life and death situations, that their lives flash before their eyes. That did not happen to me. What I was dumbfounded. Not only a block away, I asked God to take me, but now a big red truck was stuck in the right side of the car, which was totaled. I got a ticket for not yielding to an emergency vehicle. I was taken to the hospital, and 3 hours later, I was discharged with no broken bones, just pain and high as a kite on the medication that they gave me. Be careful of what you ask of God, because God can be swift or God can take his time about it. God told me, no, he didn't really tell me, but because of my circumstances, I know that God is not finished with me yet. For I know the plans that I have for you, declare the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 6, verse 12. God has a plan for each and every one of us. Life is a tapestry woven from discarded things. I know that there are more of me out there with high-functioning depression. We go about the day as if it's okie dokie, and we suffer in silence. If you know someone who is going through depression, be there for them. Talk them through it. It will not be easy. Give a listening ear and a shoulder to lean on. We sometimes can make a breakthrough when we invest in each other, and it will determine our future. To God be the glory, great things he hath done. God bless.
She was driving last Friday on the way to Cincinnati on a snow-white Christmas Eve. Going home to see her mama and her daddy and the baby in the backseat. 50 miles to go, she was running low on faith and gasoline. It's been a long, hard year. She had a lot on her mind and she didn't pay attention. She was going way too fast. Before she knew it, she was spinning on a thick black sheet of grass. She saw both their lives flash before her eyes. She didn't even have time to cry. She was so scared. She threw her hands up in the air. Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from my hand. 'Cause I can do this on my own. I'm letting go. So give me one more chance. Help me from this road I'm on. Jesus, take the wheel. It was still getting colder when she made it to the shoulder and the car came to a stop. She cried when she saw that the baby in the backseat was sleeping like a rock. And for the first time in a long time, she bowed her head to pray. She said, I'm sorry for the way I've been living my life. I know I've got to change. So from now on tonight, Jesus, take the wheel. Take it from my hands. 'Cause I can't do this on my own. I'm letting go. So give me one more chance to save me from this road I'm on. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. I'm letting go. So save me from this. Give me one more chance. Save me from this road. Save me from this road I'm on. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel.
For I was hungry, and ye gave me to eat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me to drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. I was naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. It's Matthew chapter 25, verses 35 and 36. This is the foundation that Bedford Central was built upon. We are a blessed church. This document was obtained by Sister Huntley's archives and was written in 1994, and it states Bedford Central's birth took place under an apple tree in a field at Vanderbilt and Atlantic Avenues. Henry Newcomb ministered to children who had little or no education. This eventually led to the organization of a school on July 4th of 1852. After outgrowing an attic, the school moved to a barn on Dean Street and Underhill Avenue. It became Mount Prospect Mission School under the leadership of Superintendent Silas Davenport. Worship service was held at the Atlantic Avenue Chapel of the Clinton Avenue Congregational Church. Under the leadership of Superintendent Barnes, a chapel was built in 1871 at Classen Avenue between Park and Sterling Place. This new Congregational Church of the Covenant had two pastors, Dr. Brothwell and then Dr. Henry Waite. It then became Trinity Congregational Church in 1892. February 1894 marked the beginning of our affiliation with the Presbyterian denomination. The church became Bedford Presbyterian Church with a membership under 100. Reverend George E. Gillespie was the pastor. During his tenure, the congregation remodeled an old house at the corner of Nostrand Avenue and Dean Street. Reverend William J. Hutchins became the pastor from 1895 to 1907. October 25th, 1908 began the ministry of Dr. S. Edward Young. The chapel was then used for worship, but the membership outgrew its 600 seating capacity. By 1909, the congregation had grown from 101 to 742 members, while the Sunday school grew from 81 to 900. Hence the necessity for the building of the main sanctuary. Through the sacrificial giving of the congregation, the entire cost was $100,000 was paid in full. 3 manual electric organ cost an additional $10,000, and the rose window in the back was donated by the Sunday school at a cost of $500. The entire structure was dedicated in 1910. Central Presbyterian Church united with Bedford on January 1st, 1944, and on May 1st, 1961, Classen Avenue Presbyterian Church joined the merger. The new congregation became Bedford Central Presbyterian Church, end quote. The first African American joined our church in 1961. In 1988, our first black pastor is Dr. Clive E. Neal. With his tutelage, Bedford Central exploded with tentacles in every area possible. With focus on the community, we partnered with New Life for the betterment of our youth. The daycare ministry, led by Sister Kylie, Sister Huntley, George McLeod, and Boris Bryan, flourished. The Angel Tree Project, our music ministry, our first CD released under the direction of Miss Lynn Waldron. The Bible Institute, our library, led by Sister Thompson. Pastor Neal said, a renewed commitment to shift from a membership-centered church to a community-centered church, community-centered ministry, which addresses the multi-faced issues facing our people, end quote. Reflecting on the fabric of one of our 170-year history, we will explore the many ways that your thread is woven throughout our church. While you reconnect with friends and family during this year-long celebration brought to you by the events committee, you will enjoy the wonders that is Bedford Central. You may even have a chance to put your sleuthing hats on and look for treasures around our church. Let's keep the momentum going. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Christine Mills. So, dear brothers and sisters in Christ, on behalf of myself and the Bedford Central Presbyterian Church, we thank each and every one of you today, in person, in Zoom, Facebook Live, and YouTube, for being a part of our program today. As you all know, that we are bound together by the grace of God, always to share His love. I thank all the participants who made this program great today. Thank you to the Black History Committee, and thank you to our Pastor Neal for putting this program together. As I conclude, I thank the Holy Spirit for His divine guidance throughout this program today. And until we see each other again, February 2023, I hope you had a great time like I did. Thank you.
When I cannot see, and when I can't take another step, Lord, will you carry me? And when I lost my life, will you be my strength? Will you set me a table in the presence of my enemy? I shall not want.
a shepherd in the valley, and I shall not want. I shall not want. I shall not want. 'Cause my cup's running over, and I shall not want. And I will lift my